We'd like to welcome you to the Boldcastify Football Show, episode 23. This is Clay.
This is Jay.
This is Justin.
Championship Sunday. NFL football. Let's get at it. Looks like the Seahawks may lose their second round pick.
It comes from the damn head coach, too. If he didn't say anything, it was just left at that. But no, he's got to come out and make a statement. So I just want to let you know, Richard Sherman, he has riding a bum knee the whole half of the season. You breaking news?
Yeah, never released it.
So if Sherman says it, do they get in trouble?
I don't know. I would imagine.
Because Blake did the same thing at the end of the year.
Yeah, he did. But it was after the season, right?
The shoulder.
The shoulder was listed in the injury. Yeah.
Not the wrist, though.
No, not
the
wrist.
It was listed literally like once.
That's true.
And he missed one play the entire season. If it was like a legit concern, they kind of covered it up a little bit.
That's my point. For a team that needs that second round pick really bad,
yeah,
like that's their offensive lineman that they...
Yeah, they got to start replenishing the Legion of Boom. Those contracts have got to be adding up. They're going to be cutting bait with high-priced players.
Yeah, give me that Bobby Wagner.
Woohoo! I'm down with that.
Cam Chancellor? Oh, boy.
Oh, I think they got him locked down for a minute.
Okay, here's who I get. I get Eric Berry.
I'm with that life.
Because the Chiefs apparently are going to pay him? What's that about?
They're done.
Because cancer? Is that why?
I'm guessing.
Because
he's fucking elite. He beat cancer.
Yeah, that's pretty elite. God bless him for beating cancer. That's a man right there.
I want him.
I'll take him in a heartbeat. That's something to look up to.
He's a Tennessee guy, and I still want him.
That's just impressive. But it's Kansas City. They don't believe in playoffs either.
They don't believe in playoff wins.
There you go. That's better said.
When's the last time they won a game in the playoffs? Like at home. When's the last time they had a home playoff game?
93, 94?
1993.
Joe Montana. Chiefs don't have a great playoff history. But hey, at least they had Super Bowl 4.
It's been a minute.
Is that before AOL?
You remember around that time?
Yeah, I think it was. How about this? It's when the Rams were in Los Angeles the first time.
The way to put it in perspective is the Jaguars have had a home playoff win more recently than Kansas City. And that is enough to shake any other franchise when they see that news.
The Browns have won a playoff game.
Jeez.
I mean, the original Browns. Well, speaking of the Chiefs, they found another way to fail at home in the playoffs again.
Yeah, losing to all field goals.
Dude, they gave that game
to
Pittsburgh. That's the most painful part of watching it.
I guess I heard that it was like an Eric Fisher hold that gave him the penalty.
It was a lot of...
It was a 2-point conversion.
A lot of missteps by the Chiefs. They just looked sloppy and unprepared.
And
typical bad clock management from Kool-Aid Man.
Typical Andy Reid fashion.
Yeah, he was too busy looking at his Waffle House menu.
Great coach, just terrible time management, though.
Yeah, his time management. Travis Kelce having another meltdown.
Yep, he's a big whiny crybaby.
Yes,
he's a whiny crybaby against the Jaguars, too.
Oh, yeah, constantly saying, "Did you see it? Did you see him holding my arm? Did you see it?" Maybe you do have to sell it. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. But I do feel like some players get preferential treatment. Even in the Tom Brady game. Jadeveon Clowney, I don't know how many times Tom Brady was on the ground, but I was laughing all the time.
I was stunned when Jadeveon Clowney got that big hit on Tom Brady and they didn't call roughing the passer.
Yeah.
Because Tom ran over and then he fell down again right in front of the dang ref. It was hilarious. And then you replayed it, and I was just like, for those of you who can't see, because this is radio, I was just like, you know.
He made a face.
Yeah, he made a face. Even though you couldn't see it again, and he did it again.
I know, that was the point.
It looked like this. Okay?
There you go.
It was so laughable because Tom Brady tried to get them to call roughing the passer and blow to the head, whatever. Jadeveon Clowney got flagged for any of his sacks, hits, pressures.
Rare sight.
He's starting to get a little love now. So, even if it is Tom.
My favorite part of this entire weekend watching the playoffs was trolling our friends about Tom Brady. Because we got two friends that are obsessed with Tom Brady. And Tom Brady, luckily, had a pretty bad game. And I did a lot of comparing Tom Brady to Brock Osweiler. And for a while, it wasn't looking good for Tom.
No, it wasn't. That damn Houston defense was giving him hell.
They caused the most turnovers in like 10 years for terrific Tom
It was, I mean, that's a nasty
in a playoff
defense.
game.
I don't know what happens if Houston ever gets a quarterback.
Yeah, I don't like it.
And we'll probably never find out.
It's like I said while we were watching the game, while Jason and I were watching the game. Thank goodness Houston did not have a competent quarterback because they probably would have beat New England. I don't know how, but they probably would have because that game was so close in the fourth quarter.
Bill O'Brien's a great coach. I was so hoping they'd fire him. And then we just swoop him, come and pick him up.
Oh, yeah, the whole night.
Yeah. They even had they were actually working their way down the field on offense.
Yeah, and Bill O'Brien, you got to give him credit. He made the offense competent enough to score points. Kind of.
Yeah, until Brock became Brock.
Yeah, I mean, he was going to do it eventually.
What, 3 turnovers in his own area?
Yeah. Turns out Brock Osweiler, believe it or not very good.
That's a word. And it showed.
Yeah.
But I just couldn't get over it. I mean, he had probably his best pass of his career. Who was the receiver?
Will Fuller.
Yeah, Will Fuller, kid from Notre Dame.
The best receiver on their team.
Not the best hands on his team.
Definitely not the best hands.
I ran with him in fantasy and did not do. He's very solid from time to time.
Would have been an end zone touchdown. Made it close. Made it a nice game.
I'd like to see what what's the other guy's name?
DeAndre?
Yeah, I'd like to see DeAndre Hopkins' numbers adjusted for every touchdown he scored from a push-off that he got away with. And see what his numbers would be then.
I would agree with that 100%. That is the push-off game.
He is good at it, though. You got to give the guy props. He does a low, almost at the waistline.
Yeah, master of the push-off.
All the best receivers have some kind of trick. So, I mean, it's definitely something to be proud of.
Yeah, it helps. But knowing that he's on a shitty quarterback team doesn't help as much.
I mean, it was good enough last year. Not good enough this year.
They actually got a little further this year.
Yeah. I mean, it's never going to be good enough until Tom Terrific's dead or gone, whatever, broken.
He was missing that Brian Hoyer quarterback play. That's how bad Brock Osweiler is.
That's crazy.
They need that elite level Brian Hoyer stuff.
Man.
Yeah, that says a lot.
And then we turn our attention down to Atlanta.
Whew.
Can you win a Super Bowl purely on offense?
Well, they're going to try.
We'll find out.
Yeah, we'll find out next week in the Dome. Because
Seattle is gone.
Yep.
Yeah, Seattle is gone.
We can also ask this serious question, even though I don't believe it just yet. I want to see one more half a season till I say the Legion of Boom is over. But it looked very freaking rough.
They looked very beatable.
Yeah.
You know, it looked very familiar to me as a Jaguar fan. And it's starting to look like, unless everybody in the secondary is elite, that style defense doesn't work. That's what it looks like. Unless you have...
Definitely quite possible.
Like Cam Chancellor, Richard Sherman types. It just doesn't work.
And that's why, once again, to pull it back to the Jaguars, it didn't work here.
Seattle drafted extremely well. We did not as well.
No. We got one elite corner
in the last year.
In the last 4 years under the Gus Bradley regime, and that don't cut it.
No, not even elite safety.
But that Jalen's so good, though.
Yes, he is. He's so good. It's just all the key pieces Seattle got. They lucked out. They got some really good pieces early on, and it worked out.
What was Sherman, a 4th round pick?
Yeah, 4th or 5th.
So, I mean, like, they for real just lucked out in some spots.
Oh, yeah, they lucked out really in some spots. Sherman being a 5, Cam Chancellor being a 5, Walter Thurman being a 4, KJ Wright being a 4, Malcolm Smith being a 7. He was Super Bowl MVP. But it also helped. They had an advantage because Pete recruited a lot of the players when he was at SC.
Helps.
Yeah, that definitely helped.
But it looks like the Magic's wearing off in Seattle a little bit.
And especially with that we discussed earlier,
and of course with Earl being out.
And that's why I said I'm not going to put the Legion of Boom as dead just yet. Talk to me halfway through next season, and then I will make my final judgment. Because I think that's a big piece, Earl Thomas not being in there.
I think
because he's your center fielder.
Earl Thomas.
Yeah, he's your center fielder.
And the second most important might be Bobby Wagner.
Yeah,
because the middle of the field is locked down.
But Atlanta, let's talk about a winner.
Man, I turned that game on and it was close when I turned it on. Immediately, it got out of hand, just real fast.
Yeah, second quarter was quick and boom.
Didn't the Falcons go 99 yards?
I think so, yeah.
Yes, that was... Oh, man, I can't remember it. I think it was the first time that a team has gone 99 yards since, I want to say, 2010 against Seattle. But I know it's been a minute.
That was game over there.
Yeah.
I mean, that's clearly... The Seattle defense is too broken.
Yeah.
And if the Seattle defense isn't going to win it, the Seattle offense is not going to win it.
Which is... Well,
it also shows you... got the former defensive coordinator for Seattle on the other sideline. So he knows a little bit of the intricate pieces on how it works and some of the flaws in the Seattle defense.
Oh, come on. We did, and...
That didn't help us.
That didn't help us.
Well, if you suck, you suck. So that's a different story. This guy actually seems to be a competent coach.
But after having so many bad playoff games, we finally got a couple good ones. And this the NFC Championship game, I'm hoping... it has as many points as it looks like it will.
Oh, yeah. This one's going to be a shootout.
We actually missed one game.
Yeah, that's what we're going to shoot on over to. We got Dallas and Green Bay.
Oh, man. A game that was what it was.
That was probably one of the best games I've seen in years.
Freaking Aaron Rodgers, man.
Aaron Rodgers is... I'm not going to go as far as to say... got to be number one quarterback in the NFL currently.
You said you weren't going to say it.
I have to.
Jason.
I have to.
You said you weren't going to say it.
I
Let's
have
just
to.
say it, damn it.
I have to.
He's the best quarterback in the game right now.
Yeah, he is better than Tom Terrific.
Yeah.
Hands down.
Yeah. And it's the way he does it. Because he does these dagger touchdowns right in the heart before the end of a half.
Ripping your soul apart.
That, and
he
he
did
also...
against Jacksonville, he did it a bunch this year.
Also, he threw a pass 30-something yards, 31 yards, something like that, to, I want to say, a tight end.
Jared Cook.
Looked like, after the review, it was a catch, but it was like toe-tapping, grab on the sideline.
You know what's amazing about that final play that got him in the field goal range? It wasn't, according to the players, it wasn't like an official play call. It was just drawing the play on the ground, like pickup football. Okay, you go do this. You go do this. That's how Aaron Rodgers.
Nothing else is going to work. Get 30 yards.
You're Aaron Rodgers, why not? And for Aaron's scrambling ability, that's an ideal situation for him. That's how he's so pretty good at this place.
In the end, though, he had a lot of time back there. I mean, they were trying to get him. That's the only flaw with Dallas. They do not have a legitimate pass rusher.
They got secondary is good at points.
Secondary, but I'm talking like an legit edge rusher.
You got pieces like Sean Lee's a great player,
right? They have no real edge rushers,
and they don't have a lot of money, so that's going to be a plus next year.
They've got edge rushers, but they've got problems.
They had that offseason where really invested in edge rushers.
Jeremy Mency.
No.
What
was the Carolina guy?
Greg Hardy.
That was the same year that Jeremy Mency was out there. What
a draft pick.
He must not have been there long.
No.
Suspended again.
Oh, yeah, that may never see the field again. Slipping my head right now.
I don't think about Jeremy Mency at the moment. Randy Gregory. Yeah,
Randy Gregory
was pretty crappy.
Randy Gregory.
That guy, Randy Gregory.
Oh, man, yeah. So
then they have Jalen Smith walking with a limp. Hopes and prayers.
Which is crazy that their owner, Jerry Jones, came out and said he might be our best draft pick yet. Where did he even come out of the left that one? I don't even know.
Jerry Jones.
Yeah, sorry, Zeke.
Sorry, Dak. Sorry, Zeke. Y'all are all right, but this guy, he's not even touched the field with his broke dick leg. He's the best.
So they went bad boys on pass rusher
and broke boys.
Yeah, it didn't work out great.
Well, it's coming back to bite them. They're feeling it.
Yeah, it was like all high risk, high reward.
Oh yeah, I mean it would have been good if it worked out, but it didn't. Yeah.
It doesn't sound like it is going to.
Really going to be heavy defense this year.
Yeah, you can say that about anything that didn't work out. It would have worked out really well if it would have worked out with Blaine Gabbert or Justin Blackman. But it didn't.
Well, touche.
Rough.
That is rough.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers, man, he pulled it out
Yeah.
just like he always does.
Look at that kicker, man. He nailed three 50-yard kicks plus.
Plus an extra one, right?
That was the extra one.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
That was impressive. And before that game, I guess he was over 4 from 50 yards.
Get him with a count.
I guess
Yeah.
dome life.
Yeah, well, he's lucky because he's going to a dome Sunday.
Yep. It works out.
Final game of the Georgia Dome.
Honestly, that's not necessarily home field advantage. I don't know what to expect because these are obviously to me they're clearly the hottest teams in the playoffs. Not in the AFC or the NFC, just the hottest teams.
Yeah.
Period. The Packers are the hottest team.
With the best quarterbacks, period. Statistically,
Hottest quarterback.
Matt Ryan has had his best year to date.
No, I'll agree with that.
Yeah, hottest quarterback right now. I can't say he's better than Ben because Ben has a bunch of super.
You couldn't ask for a better last 4
In the
games.
Final Fours, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
No, I mean, right now, you've got a nice matchup.
you could argue and say that maybe Phil Rivers might be a little bit, Cam Newton might be a little funner to watch.
He'll be playing for the LA Breakers in a few years.
You know, there's really, these are the 4 best quarterbacks
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
right now.
Yeah.
Like, these are the hottest quarterbacks right now.
Let me propose this question to y'all. Which quarterback of this 4 needs this the most?
To solidify his career,
Yes.
Matt Ryan.
I guess, yeah.
Because
Nobody questions either of those other 3.
yeah, nobody questions. They're all even with Green Bay only having 1 ring with the current quarterback. He's already solidified himself as a Hall of Famer.
I think if you're a Packers fan, you have to be smart enough to realize that Aaron Rodgers has carried that team a couple seasons.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. But Matt Ryan, by far, if he wins this game and goes to the Super Bowl, if he just goes to the Super Bowl, I think it inches him a little closer.
I can't say that about Matt Ryan. I can't say he's carried his team.
Oh no.
That's the difference. That's a big difference.
So that's why he has to win it in order to solidify his career as being one of the greats.
Oh, he'll be the best Falcons quarterback in history.
Yep,
He'll eclipse Michael Vick.
absolutely.
And Chris Chandler.
Sure.
Hey, he took him to a Super Bowl. And I guess Steve Burkowski.
What a weird history the Falcons have.
Very peculiar.
Did they even go to the playoffs during the Deion Sanders stretch?
Then they went once. I'm not 100%.
You've had Deion Sanders on your team. You've had Michael Vick on your team. You haven't had back-to-back winning seasons ever before that? Weird. It's just so weird.
It is freaking nuts.
A lot of the teams in the South had very weird histories. If you look at them, they weren't very successful.
Yeah, I mean...
New Orleans, Tampa Bay, obviously.
Yeah, New
Atlanta.
Orleans really wasn't good until 2006.
Yeah, I mean, really, that's
weren't
period
good until
it.
2006.
Saints hadn't even won a road playoff game. And they hadn't even won a playoff game until 2001, something like that.
Yeah. I mean, they've
It's
had
something crazy.
blips on the radar. Like, they had a good defense in the early 90s, I think.
Yeah.
And that's it.
I mean, they were
They had
terrible.
Danny Werfel. That was really big for them,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
That was big. I mean, he did a church out there, too.
Yeah, it worked out better off the field than on the field.
Who are we gonna pick? I'm gonna go with.
Well, the
I'm gonna-
Patriots are winning.
I'm gonna go with my better judgment and not choose the Patriots.
Just out of spite.
Yeah, just out of spite because I can't. So obviously Pittsburgh's gonna win.
I mean, it's a lesser of two evils, I guess.
Spite
Because, I mean,
lost me the wild card round, but Spite also won me the divisional round. So it's a fickle mistress.
yeah.
I don't think that the Steelers will figure out a way to beat them.
Why not though? They don't have Rob Gronkowski, so whoever they go up against in the Super Bowl, they're not gonna win, guaranteed. I'm calling it now. Rob
Steelers defense
Gronkowski.
doesn't scare me.
And Patriots offense scares you, or defense scares you? Any of that scares you? They are not. They are not as strong as they look.
Bill Belichick will neutralize one of those two guys completely. He will sell out to stop
The run?
Le'Veon Bell, or he will sell out to stop Antonio Brown from hurting him. But he's going to shut down one of those two guys completely.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But
That's
okay,
what he does.
you're going to tell me Julian Edelman's going to win you the game against the Patriots?
No.
Because he plays for him.
You're going to tell me that Martellus Bennett wins you the game against the Patriots? Or Pittsburgh?
That was confusing.
No.
I'm gonna say yeah.
Pittsburgh Steelers?
Sure.
No, they don't like to do that. They don't like to play the same card only once.
I just don't like the track record Pittsburgh has.
Fair enough.
They haven't found a way to beat them. This is not the best Patriots team of all time.
No,
No, this is not a very good Patriots team.
and
That's
that's-
one thing. They are actually very beatable, to be honest. I am pretty certain of.
And that's why-
Thomas look good for the most part.
But it's a one-dimensional Steelers team.
Yes.
And honestly, Big Ben has not looked excellent this year.
That's the other catch. Ben has not looked himself. He's had good points. But, I mean, look at that Miami game. Look at the one Baltimore game.
I don't think he played the whole Miami game, so.
He played a good portion of it. But he's had some points where he was kind of crummy. He's just been highly hot and cold and kind of inconsistent all year. Obviously, that's how they got the playoffs. That's how they got to where they are now.
Well, they got there. A lot of it had to do with Le'Veon Bell.
Oh, yeah. A lot of Le'Veon Bell.
And Antonio Brown.
Yeah, throw it on thick. But this is
Le'Veon Bell
definitely
is the
not
dude.
a Steelers defense that we grew
Oh,
accustomed to.
no, it's definitely not a teal curtain by any means, shape, or forms. When your
Teal
best pass
curtain?
rusher
What?
is a 36-year-old geriatric, Harrison, don't listen to this podcast. I want you to beat my ass.
Oh, yeah, he can beat your ass. I mean, his head, you don't tell he's been doing some roids.
His arms are ginormous, as big as my head. So I'm not sure the size of his head, but his arms are big as my head. So his head must be like football shaped.
Massive.
Yeah.
Thanks, Stewie.
Yeah, thanks, Dewey. Definitely. The Falcons at home versus Green Bay.
Yeah, final game of the Georgia Dome.
Final.
Final. No matter what.
That's a big deal for you. You brought that up last week, too.
Yeah.
Because it should have been. It should have been.
Last game of the Georgia Dome.
Well, it could have been last week. Mostly because I was going to try to get tickets, but I couldn't.
I want to go with Matt Ryan because Matt Ryan's helped me so many years, but I can't because the guy on the other side of the field
Is the best in the game.
is the best in the game. Whether their defense, I know the old mantra, defense wins championships. We're going to have two offensive teams in the Super Bowl.
I don't think there's a great defense left.
That
No,
really isn't, to be honest.
when your best pass rusher is a linebacker that they sub off the edge,
Yeah.
no.
The NFL's wasting all its elite defensive talent on mediocre teams like the Texans and Broncos.
Sad but true. I don't know. Things will be an interesting matchups. I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, and the Vikings. I forgot. That's another team with some elite defense that just
Kind of disappears on you.
it's wasted.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's weird because the trend in the NFL has been going. It's a pendulum that swings back and forth. You know, like defense is like the thing that does it right now, and you got to have that quarterback that does it now. Oh, the running back, it's going to carry you. We're back to where we always end up. It's all great quarterbacks.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what everyone's talking. Everyone's talking it was going to be the running backs this year. The running backs and the defenses.
You got one overrated defense, and that's it.
And look where we're at now.
The Patriots defense is okay.
It's okay.
It's like the Jaguars defense where it looks good statistically.
That's a good analogy. It's really not good.
No.
It's all right,
Yeah.
but it's not elite.
Which one would you say would be the worst defense? How about that one?
Worst
Atlanta?
defense? Atlanta. If Atlanta can't score, they're in trouble. Like if Atlanta starts slow on offense, they're in trouble for this game or the Super Bowl if they get there.
Well, they got a two-headed running back combo, so I mean,
That helps.
they are the only team.
Freeman Coleman definitely.
Yeah, they're the
helps.
only team that has a two-headed running back combo that's not broken.
Yeah. So are you picking Atlanta?
No,
Yeah, you're still not picking Atlanta.
I'm picking one. I'm picking both road teams.
Wow.
Wow. That's
a Yellow Bridges Super Bowl.
I'm picking
A rematch in Texas,
where
where they last met in Dallas in Super Bowl 45.
picking the cheesehead and the terrible towels.
That's a combination.
Who you picking?
Ooh, this is tough, especially the AFC one. Give me going with the Atlanta Falcons and the New England Patriots.
It's not a trend.
So, complete opposite.
I really think the Steelers might win, actually.
Le'Veon Bell is very impressive.
But they just don't have a good record in New England.
As impressive as Le'Veon Bell was against the Chiefs, they only won because the Chiefs gave it to them.
Right, that's my thing.
They only won because the Chiefs shot themselves in the foot like the whole game. And Tom Brady's not going to do that. And that's why the Patriots are going to win.
All right. Okay, what's the second game then, Justin?
It's whoever scores last. It's just going to be...
So what you're saying is it's going to be Aaron Rodgers.
It's
Because he has a knack.
I really want Atlanta to do it. I've got a couple folks that are really hoping for the Falcons, and I wanna believe with them.
I want to see it. I can see that being I can see it being a 45-42 game.
45.
I want to be there with the city of Atlanta,
Blowout
pretending
game.
to care about the Falcons like they are right now. I want to be there with them.
Ride up for the day. Get in the mix with everybody.
Yeah,
Just walk around.
I drove through that town a couple months back, and you would have no idea the Atlanta Falcons played in Atlanta.
No, it's
no
more
clue.
Brave stuff.
There's a bunch of billboards for the Georgia Bulldogs.
And what's crazy, they're on the outside of Atlanta anyways.
Oh, they're not even in the city. They're pretty far off.
Braves. Yeah.
I don't know about the time frame, but I saw a bunch of Braves flags everywhere.
Well, they're about to be moving out of the city too.
Yeah. So the Falcons and the Hawks are still in the city, right?
Yeah. No hockey team, no.
Hockey team moved out, like way out of the city.
Yeah, they moved way out of the city. Another country.
I want to do the Dirty Bird. I want to be there with them.
That's what I want to do. I want to do the Dirty Bird.
Now the Packers are going to win.
Think so.
I think so.
So
Rematch of Super Bowl. Which one are we supposed to be in? 36? No.
I don't know.
29.
I know that
29.
Aaron Rodgers is just too hot right now.
yeah,
The
so
Super Bowl we were supposed to go to, because that would actually make sense for it to be the Patriots and Packers, because 96.
That is, yeah, that happened then.
Yep.
That's when Brett Favre won a Super Bowl.
Yep.
dang.
It'd be the 20-year anniversary of that.
So I won't be surprised if the Falcons win. I am not.
That's the only one
Expecting them to be
I'm kind of like very close.
Yeah, I don't want to believe you, but I'm right there with you. I can't.
Yeah, just
I
the
can't.
Steelers' record in Foxborough is just. I mean, it's possible, but I'm not going to hold my breath to it.
Those cheating ass cheaters are going to make it tough on
Yeah.
Pittsburgh.
You don't go into Foxborough and win an AFC Championship.
I'd like both of them.
They'll
to
shut off
lose.
lights. They'll do whatever to you.
Here's what I want. I want the AFC Championship game to end in a tie, and then I want them to just let the Falcons and Packers play twice.
I'm liking where this is going.
Because I hope it doesn't disappoint, but I fully expect that game to be the fun one.
Oh, yeah. And people are complaining about Goodell not going to the AFC Championship
Of course he's not.
because he's wanting to avoid the Patriots. He wants to watch the better game.
No, he's avoiding the Foxborough. He's avoiding Foxborough.
Yeah, of course.
But he will get the better game.
Exactly.
yeah, he's gonna
win-win.
get because I mean, heck, he can travel both days. He's got his private jet. He's got his own helicopter.
It's on the same day.
Okay, he can jump on his airplane and fly up.
They don't
there.
make Concorde still?
I don't know. Probably.
How did we go backwards in technology that way?
Heck,
I don't understand that.
That's dumb, right?
that flight from Atlanta to Patriotville is probably what 2.5 hours tops.
The problem is it's not in Boston. It's in the middle of stupid nowhere.
Yeah, it's like outside of Boston.
Okay, then take your damn helicopter, Goodell.
What does he have? A miniature chopper that drops out of his private jet? He gets
Just
up there
drop
so
down
far.
one of those rope ladders.
Oh, yeah, he just drops right into Patriotville.
Just puncture a hole in the Georgia Dome. They're going to implode it anyways.
So there you go. It's not aerated.
What a sight that would be.
Yeah. That'd be pretty cool. I'm excited.
Yeah, let's be real. He just doesn't want to go up there because he doesn't like the Patriots. He doesn't like Tom. Can't stand Tom.
He doesn't want to get assaulted.
No.
Doesn't want to get
Like Woody, they brought it up on Around the Horn. Yeah, I don't blame him for not going up there. Like if I went back to Jacksonville, I would only go back in an armored car.
I would love to have Woody Page back in Jacksonville.
It's been 20 years since he said that too.
Yeah.
It's been 20 years since Denver. All right, guys. I guess with that, we'll wrap it on up. Thanks for joining us for the Boldcastify football show. Y'all have a great day. Enjoy the championship Sunday. And look forward to Super Bowl weekend. Speak bold. Boldcastify.
Atlanta's on fire. The home of the Falcons. Green Bay on the road. Coming to Hotlanta. We are the best team in the NFL today. I'm not part of it, but I'm here telling you, Matt Ryan MVP, Coleman, Freeman, Beasley, Neal, name it. Yes, Aaron Rodgers, you are a bad man. But you're coming to Atlanta to face 22 bad men. This is Atlanta, Georgia. We are living destiny. And the Falcons are going all the way. Nature Boy, myself, right here. I've already rented a jet. I bought tickets. I'm going to Houston. Green Bay, we wanted you. We didn't want Dallas. We wanted Aaron Rodgers. The best, they say. Guess what, Aaron? Matt Ryan is the best quarterback in football today. He's the MVP. And on Sunday at 3:05, Atlanta, Georgia, the Falcons, woo! They ride it up. They ride high. Remember, to be the team, you got to beat the team. In Atlanta, Georgia right now, the Atlanta Falcons are the team. Woo! Limousine riding, jet flying. That's the Falcons, kids. Woo! Julio, love you.